I see only two people have agreed to the wearing green on a Thursday.
Oh.
Did you guys do this on purpose? I mean, I did not do this. Have to go through it. Particularly excited today because Cansu, hello Cansu, thank you for joining us. Visiting all the way from Turkey, but is a community manager. And here at the Green Room, in case you did not know, being a co-working space, we really value community and shared experiences and shared skills. And so it's just particularly exciting for us that Cansu is a community manager and gets to share some of her expertise with us. So without further ado, thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking the time. And over to you.
Wow. Thank you. And yeah, this is going to be my emotional support phone. So usually I do have a pen, but we agreed with Steffi, I'm just going to carry around the phone so that we can record. So just to let you know why I'm carrying the phone everywhere I go. And I do move quite a bit, so if I'm any time like blocking the screen, let me know. Yeah, technicalities aside, I'm Cansu, nice to meet you, and thank you for having me and coming here to listen me talk. I'm originally from Turkey. I grew up there, but the last 5 to 6 years I've been based in Prague, Czech Republic. It's a country, small country in Central or Eastern Europe, depending on who's talking about it. So yeah, that's a short intro about me. Thank you. I'll actually introduce a little story. I see Faina laughing because she can probably read what it says. So yeah, that's me with about 20-ish other people, not all of them pictured. We are in Ryazan. Anyone knows where is Ryazan? It's basically in Russia. It's southeast of Moscow, kind of like 4 to 5 hours, small relatively towards like Russian relativity. And we are there as like 25 international people. This is happening in 2012. And we're there to spend 4 to 5 weeks in forests of Russia together to basically do a forestation project. So why am I telling this? At the beginning of this 4 weeks, we were complete strangers. Most of us, at least. Some people came with their friends, but we didn't know each other. We had no idea who would come there and show up there. We just like arrived, hello, like this is your forest, there's nothing, and this is your tent, welcome. And that's your project. But we had some things in common. So we had a common cause. We wanted to work on the specific like forestation project, which I can talk later much more on. And we had a common interest which brought us together. And in the end of this 4 weeks, as you can imagine, we were a little community of international people in Ryazan working on forestation together. So I'll come back to this a little bit later, thank you. But before I start talking about community more, I wanted to ask if everyone has a phone. And if you have a phone, to scan the code or like go to Slido. Sorry, I like to keep it not me always talking. And then there are 2 questions there. I'll actually switch it to here. So the first one is, it's happening. Describing community in 1 word. You can think about this while it starts. Give me a thumbs up if you can see the question. Yes, great. So if you are really struggling, you can use a hyphen, but yeah, you can just think what you want. You can put more than 1 word in. There's definitely not one definition to the community, and we all are parts of different communities, and that would definitely mean something else to everyone else. Just wait for the people typing. Okay, I think there's no one else typing. So as you can see, community means different things to all of us. But there are some common concepts, having together, like feeling of togetherness, connection, family, love. Like these are all the things maybe we find in our communities, how communities makes us feel, or what we chose, how we chose to join the communities to find the belonging or togetherness you're looking for, which definitely my 18-year-old self in that picture was. So I have one more question. Let's see. I want to ask, what communities are you a part of? And maybe we can see if you're a part of the same communities. Maybe you're gonna get to know each other a little better at the end of the session, something to talk about. You can go as specific or generic as you want. And it also changes, like communities that you are a part of changes over time. Yeah, the green room is definitely the one that is obvious. So you can see like a lot of answers around church. Religious communities are big parts of communities all across the world, and it takes different kinds of communities, different kinds of religion, but brings together people in a way that maybe people cannot find anywhere else. Surfers community, yeah, maybe that is also an obvious one here. Family, friends. This is a little bit of a discussion topic because family and friends, might not be always our community. They can be classified our family and friends, but we can also find a community in friends or family. Just my humble opinion. Tech, Twitter, build in public, sports teams, international people. Sometimes like maybe you're in an international group in a very, for example, like I live in Czech Republic and I have my like little international group of community and friends. So yeah, great. Thank you for answering. I'll just like switch to the back to my slides. And yeah, obviously I did ask this to ChatGPT, you gotta do it. And I do agree with the answer. So it says a community is a group of people who share common interests, goals, experiences, and interact with each other in the same way. And you can really see, like, I was there in Resign, middle of nowhere, but we had like a common goal and interest together with all these like 25 people from like different life experiences doing the same thing. Communities can exist online and offline, and they can be based on anything like geography, hobbies, religion, as you said, professional fields, shared values, brands, or products. So we're going to talk about both online and offline communities, but my professional focus is a little bit more online communities, so happy to chat more about it. But the definition I like to share that is closer to my heart about communities is community is a group of people who share an identity-forming narrative. I think communities are strong formations that can shift narratives and that can bring change into behaviors, into society, into political spaces. So if you can click one more. So yeah, I love a good, can you click once more, please? Yeah. Sorry. I love a good psychological theory. So I don't know if you've ever heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, but basically Maslow's theory is based on these 5 layers. If you have all these 5 layers, then you will feel fulfilled and satisfied in your life. And why do we all need to be a part of a community is, in my humble opinion, lays really in the middle. So we all feel a sense of belonging. We all want to belong somewhere in life. It can change over the course of our life. So in the beginning, maybe when you're 18, you're trying out different things, or when you're 15, maybe you're in I don't know if you know Will from Salted Surf. He was telling me the other day that He was a surf instructor. He felt very connected to like surfing and sharing this passion, but now he's more connected into surfing. He's in the surfing community and he no longer surfs. So this is interesting because we do change in our lives, so as our feeling of belonging and togetherness and what we need from other people, so our communities. One more time, please. Yeah. So I wanted to come back to the very first picture of me, 18 years old, looking for my own space in the world, you know. What am I going to do with my life? So just after a year, not even a year, I don't know if any of you heard, but we had massive protests in Turkey called Gezi Park protests. And I'm not going to talk about the protests, but if anyone is interested, I'm happy to share more. But it was a protest that basically took part all over the Turkey. There are millions of people out on the streets. As you can see, this is a picture of people not under the clouds. It's basically gas. But at the same time, this picture is taken. Like, these are happening at the same time. So, one on the left represents the protest. One on the right represents the protest. So how does these connect to the community? So when the protest happened, they took part in a park, and people were basically like occupying the park. And then they changed the park into places of little communities. So there were people building like libraries. There were people like kids painting. Some people were doing, I don't know, arts and crafts. So everyone was like building their own community within the protest. So there I found my other community where kind of it shifted. I always focused on environmental issues, climate change. It was really, really important for me to be part of a movement that focuses on climate crisis. And I met with this group called Young European Greens of Turkey, and Young Greens of Turkey. And they were there sharing their own thing, coming together mainly for climate, but also climate-related politics. So when we are thinking about climate crisis, we cannot really think about politics. And this really intrigued me. I was only up until then, you know, planting trees, it's great. Let's collect garbage. But how does this actually change anything? So something was missing for me, and I found it there. So my community there then was focused on basically climate change is real, and we need to act now. And I was like, okay, I'm in. This then took me into another community called Federation of Young European Greens. It's basically an umbrella organization for different Green Party's youth wings, and I worked with them for years. And why am I telling this, and how basically it relates to all the things on the right, is all these parts are different communities, and communities bring change. When we talk about the narrative, or how I like to define community, how we shift and change narratives with communities, this is how I found that we can do it. Your community can do it completely differently, but I felt my belonging and my place in communities were about being part of the narrative, but also changing it. So on the right, you see a bunch of like online communities. I don't know if you're familiar, any software developers using Jira, love-hate relationship with it. So these are all different online communities that brings people together online for a product that you are potentially using or not. So one of the common goals of these communities are very simple. Bring people together so that they do not come to our internal employees and bother us, but also advocate for our brand, right? If you go into Atlassian community and someone is like, I love this product, it's the best feature, like that changed my life completely because this and this and that, it's a great way to do awareness and promotion and also building sense of trust, right? When I'm advocating for a brand in a community of all the other people who are using the same product, I am becoming a face, an ambassador. And people trust, like, who do you trust? An employee from the company or another community member who uses the same product, who pays for it. So all of these different online platforms exist the same reason of all of these political platforms. We want to change the behavior, and we want to change the behavior in the way that we want. So we build communities, or the communities are formed. So yeah, a little bit more like practical part, how to build and grow a community. It's just going to be a really simple like tips from my side. If you can press once more. Yeah, I have a secret formula. I don't know if you ever like took a journalism class. They taught me like this 5W and an H. And if you've ever heard about this, maybe it's like 2010s. But yeah, basically, the secret formula is this for me. So why? Whenever you think about building a community, you should think about why. Why am I building this community? It shouldn't be like because my friends thought it's a great idea. Because your friends will not be your community. You will need a broader audience in order to build community. What's your purpose? What drives you? And who? Who are you building the community for? Who are your target audiences? Who are you going to be members? Like, who are you going to attract to your community? So this is sometimes very neglected approach. So we just want to like start doing things sometimes, you know, like build that MVP. But sometimes it's wrong. If you're having like a major brand crisis and then you decide to launch your community the next day, the only thing you're going to get is hate on your community, and you really do not want that. So we talked a little bit about online and offline communities, but these also have all different kinds of platforms. So like Green Room has Slack channel, but it also has like the kitchen, I don't know, or the ping pong community, you know. You can always like think about different ways and different places where you can bring people together, but you want to think what's the best for your members and not for yourself. So you cannot do like a US community and say like, oh, we're going to meet in Texas. Texas, like, where? And what's going to be your strategy? I think many times our intuition for community is so strong. We are community people. We just feel we can do it, and we just feel we can do it intuitively, which is great. But what's better is to have a strategy that help guide you in the times you feel a little bit lost. And how are you going to work on that strategy? So one more slide. Just the last two. So in building, I have 5 tips. Do your research, look at your competitors, look at what or other communities similar to you. Think about if there is really a need for that community. You might be really passionate, but maybe there is actually no need because there is an existing one. Have a clear purpose, strategy, and how to measure success. This is not only for the sake of it, but it also will make you feel successful at the times maybe things are lagging a little bit. You can look at your achievements and say like, okay, I have actually ticked these off. Get to know your audience. I cannot tell how many people I interviewed or surveyed in my life when building communities, and how many mistakes I made because I assumed people would like things and I didn't know them, including my latest job. Start small. I think we all love like massive giant plans, like it is attractive, but it's gonna take a lot of time and resources, and in many ways we do not have them. And listen to your members, gather feedback and apply the feedback. This is the most like important part we all love also in our personal lives. Get the feedback, put it in a box, and then put the box like far, far away, and then like put it in the storage, and then never like take it back. You don't need to apply all the feedback, but would be good to come back to it and also share the feedback with back with your members. And also like I add the bonus, be mindful in testing. Usually we like to test like 16 different things at the same time. So like if you do bring cookies, if you want to do like a music night and off the lip session, you do not know what brings people here. Is it the cookies? Is it the session? Is it the music? So be mindful in how much you're testing. And the last slide, please. And in the growing, create things your members care about. Not what you care about, what your members care about. What do want people join you for? Like, I think this can sometimes be a slippery slope. We love community because it's kind of like a passion, but also we love when people join us. So find that fine line. Be consistent. Commit to what you're going to offer and do it regularly. Create rituals that people will come back to and can expect from your community. Connect your members. You shouldn't be the only person facing or your team. People come to communities to connect with others as well, not only with you. So make sure to find ways to connect people in your community. Find your evangelists, ambassadors. They will help you so much along the way. And recognize and reward people who are in your community. Like, I think everyone can remember like one person that thanked them for their job. Like, you know, that person is special and everyone wants to feel special. So make people feel special. There's like one last bonus. Be patient. Communities take time and it's definitely a long-term investment. So be patient with yourself and with your work. It's going to pay off. And that's all. 22 minutes, sorry. Thank you, guys. Sorry, maybe too much, like, at a time. Anyone have questions?
You said you interviewed a lot of people in the professional news. I'm wondering, like, do you have a couple of really learnings you could share?
Yeah. So I think, so I work now for a data company, and the people I interviewed, for example, in this company are quite technical, and I'm not a technical person. So what would help me in the start was actually connecting with their, for example, customer success manager or internal like representative to be able to like understand what language they're going to speak to me, because when I showed up and they're like talking to me about things that I do not understand or like cannot translate into my own words, was difficult. Second is to have like really clear idea, and especially again the technical audience. It might go on forever. They're passionate about things. They're gonna like give you a 20-minute speech about a really minor like feature you're actually not there to talk about. So you need to know and able to be like directing the people in a way that's actually helpful to them and to you. I think these are like the two things I would definitely like take away. Silence for the rest.
And nobody comes afterwards.
Okay, and one-on-one. Okay. Anyways, I'll be here for another week, so I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
Well, I mean, I'll follow my legacy with what bullshit did you say?
So yeah, surfing. Obvious, but yeah, I wanted to come here for a long time, and this year was here, and I think I should have done it